Warning. What you are about to see and hear is for entertainment purposes only. The opinions expressed on the show are our opinions and do not reflect the views of BTW21 or its staff. Ladies and gentlemen, Daniel and Chad.
God is looking for someone real. People are looking for something real. Just be real. Welcome to Be Real, the podcast. Your host, Daniel Lewis, brother Chad Hudson.
Hello.
Don't forget about Peckerhead.
Hello.
The chicken. He's always overlooking.
Right.
He got played with there a couple of episodes ago. He's overlooking.
That's gross.
Yeah. We got episode 85 here.
85?
85. At number 4 for Patrick County.
That's more episodes than the original Star Trek. Am I loud enough?
I don't know. It don't sound like it.
Let me hear
I
something.
know. Let me turn you up there, man. Or you say something there.
You know the original episodes of Star Trek, Captain Kirk and Spock and all that.
There you go.
We got more episodes than they do.
We do.
Yeah, putting in the work.
Really?
Yeah, they don't have like 82 or something like that.
Really? We're on 85.
Yeah.
That was a good show.
Man.
It was.
So thank you for all those that are making it possible. Number one, thank you to Boyce Holland Veterinary Services for sponsoring us. That's over.
Because they don't have to. Because
They don't have to, but it's carrying on a tradition. It's been 2 years now. We started in January of 2023, and it's something that Chad had an idea for, and I did, and we wanted to carry on the legacy with Locke. He loved coming out here and talking junk and letting people talking shit, and letting people know what was going on in the community. And I always wanted us on the show, but we never did. We never did. We thought we'd have him until he was 90-some.
I showed up one time halfway through the show.
Did you?
Yeah, I was in a hurry. He asked me to come and bring some snakes, and I just didn't get there on time. But I was there long enough to give him a bucket, and he was doing something. We're going to have to look it up.
We will.
Because it was on
I would
the
love
old
to see
studio
that one.
over there by Burger King.
Oh, yeah. We were just talking about that right across from Burger King there in Collinsville. Well, dang. It was off the track, and we lost him in 2020. Nobody expected that. You were the actually person that called me. I was just kind of getting out of bed there, kind of waking up a little bit, and you was like, Daniel, you just ain't going to believe this. And so we lost him there August 10th, 2020. Didn't expect to lose him at the time when you called me. I shot over there as fast as I could. You had just had a accident August 9th.
Oh, August 9th, that Sunday. I had wrecked my bike.
Yeah, we went
rolled
riding.
that thing flipping through the air.
No fault of your own. It was a damn hole in the road.
Thanks, Daniel.
Yeah.
Thanks. I needed that.
It was a hole in the road. Nobody could have. I mean, if I was first, it would have been flipping over me. I probably would have died. But you survived, and your brother survived. Thank God. And I went through it because y'all were already wrecked. And the very next day, which was a Monday, that's when we found out the news of Locke, and it just it shocked Patrick County. Shocked me to the core. Of course, it definitely shocked you to the core because that's pretty much a father figure of yours. You've talked about it several times, and with me also in private conversations we've had. We loved the guy, absolutely loved him.
And talk about that. Locke loved the guest that we have on today.
Right.
For real.
Right.
I mean,
He spoke
I hope he
highly
knows
of-
that.
Oh,
I hope he knows that.
Yeah, he spoke highly of Galen often, and actually wanted to have a bridge or a day dedicated to Galen because the you actually was one of the founders of Jeb Stuart Rescue Squad and been a lifetime member of Patrick Springs Volunteer Fire Department. I mean, he thought a lot of you. You're actually in some of his book. So I mean, I thought that was pretty cool, man. So yeah, I mean, you've always been a outreach and a person of, somebody that speaks for the people. And that's why we want to have you on here on the Be Real podcast, because when we talk about Patrick County, we got all these folks from Henry County. That's great. We love them. We love people from Martinsville. Ish. But we love, we're from Patrick County, born and bred. And so thank you for coming out here again. This is Patrick County number 4, episode 85. And you keep up with the festivals. You go to the festival. I'm going to let you speak for yourself. People that don't know, you can go back and watch. Galen Gilbert's been on here. This is the 4th time. So you can kind of go back and see, and listen to everything that we probably will speak out on a lot of things that we've already talked about. But a lot of these things need to continue to be talked about.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
I got a feeling that social media is probably the only thing that's kept Patrick County in the information, because we got a once-a-week newspaper. We don't have a Martinsville Bulletin that comes out every day or now 3 times a week and on Sundays. We got Enterprise that comes out once on Wednesday.
Yes.
So somebody passes away on Thursday, you don't know it till next Wednesday.
Yeah.
And I hate to talk about them, but that's just the way it is. I mean, we are a small community of 17,000 people in Patrick County, and we don't have a lot that's going on. We got a lot that's going on, but we don't have a lot of information that's going on.
Yeah.
And since Locke's passed away, we don't know nothing about the Board of Supervisors, as far as what I know anyway. I mean, I don't see anybody getting online and saying, hey, this is what's happening, this is what's going on.
Well, that's what I loved about Locke.
He had his own show.
That's what I loved about Locke.
Right.
It didn't matter what side of the fence you were on. You were
Democrat, Republican, God.
You were going to get information about what's going on in the community.
Oh, yeah.
And Daniel and I both look for you to fill us in because you do have the gift of knowing what's out there. The gift of gab. I wasn't going to say that, but since you said it.
I will. I've known his mother.
Yeah, Clucker.
Peckerhead's known him long enough.
I guess I've got to the age now that my mind wants more information about things that are going on.
Right.
We all go through that, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Through our 20s, we don't give a shit.
No.
Right.
But then you get up into the years and you're like, hey, this is meaningful to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, your family becomes involved, and you start having, it's kids, and you realize that this is going on for generations. I think
the vote counts.
The vote counts.
Yeah.
The vote counts.
Yeah, that shows you right there. Even mostly in the local elections, your vote really makes a difference.
Yeah,
I think it means more in the local position than it does in the federal or government. It just what happens to you in your county is what you're voting on.
Yeah.
And I think it's more important that you vote local than you do with the president, and that's just my opinion.
Right, nationally, federally, whatever they call it.
Whatever they call it.
Right.
Getting into that.
Like I said, do what I did today.
You voted.
I went and voted.
So we got voted. Patrick County, you can vote now.
Yes.
Early voting.
Yeah, you can go to the registrar's office. I think that's what they call that.
That's up Patrick County Administration Office, which is the Veterans Memorial Building.
Yes, you can go in there and they check your ID and they verify it's you and everything. And once they do that, they'll print out a ballot and they'll give you the pen and go over there and check your spot or fill in your spot.
Right.
And come over there and you'll put it right in the machine.
So when you went up there today and voted, or not today, did you go today?
Yeah, I went.
Okay.
I love the early voting. The hell with the mail-in voting, because you really can't keep track of that.
Right.
But the early voting, if you already know who you're going to vote for, you don't have to sit here and wait and get the numbers out there.
Yeah, you can go into the clerk's office and, like I said, it's all there. And
was there a wait? Was there a line?
It was quite a few of us there.
Really?
That's good.
It was
That is good.
In my book for Patrick County, it was sort of a crowd.
So I'm just wondering, if somebody wanted to go vote when this comes out on Thursday. So when it comes out, Friday, they
this
could
week
go,
sometime.
this week sometime. So they it does stop though, don't it? I mean, early voting does.
They have it up to a certain
date. I can't remember that.
A few days before the election.
Right. It started a couple of weeks ago, I believe.
Get you out of the way. Depends how busy your precinct is.
And you're in the Patrick Springs.
Yes, I'm in the Peters Creek district.
Creek district.
I was in Mayo, but things got adjusted, and I guess they had to do it the way the population was. I guess I don't know, but anyway, I got moved.
Did you ever vote down there at Liberty?
I always voted.
That's kind of close to
Liberty.
You always
Yeah,
voted Liberty.
That was our precinct until they moved it over to Patrick Henry Fire.
Oh, Patrick Henry Fire. Okay.
So I went from driving like 6 miles to 20-some miles over and back.
Right.
And now I can drive.
But with early voting, you can go up to the administration building.
Yeah,
or the Veterans
you just go
Memorial
by
building.
anytime you want to. I was up there.
And it don't matter what precinct you're in, you can just go.
Yeah,
Okay.
just go right
That's
on
good.
in. They'll
cool.
they'll get your name, and I told them what precinct I was in. So I don't know if they require that, but I just told them. And
Right.
They pulled it up. And
Did you
looked
show
at it,
your ID?
Showed them my ID, and
Did you have to show them the ID?
Yes.
That's
You got to
cool.
show them
That's
some
cool.
kind
I
of
love
ID.
It.
Form
I
of
love
ID.
it. I love it.
And that's the way it should be.
The way it should be. Dang, you're an American citizen.
You have to have IDs for everything else.
Right.
Why not vote?
Yeah. To buy this.
Yeah.
Had to have ID to buy this.
You got to have.
I don't think they've ID'd you in a long time.
Yeah,
Looking
that
at my
snow
gray.
on, all that snow on his roof over there.
All right, a little gray on the hair. Just a tad.
I'm quite a bit older than he is, and
I
he's
know.
got
I'm graying it out.
frosting on
man.
the cake.
Right.
I'm looking forward to the white. I'm waiting. As long as it stays in there, which it don't matter if it does. I'll just wear a hat.
I got me a hat on.
This is the
today.
first time that you've had a hat on I've
Yeah,
ever seen you in a hat.
This was our guest last week.
Our first show, I wore a hat.
Did
Our
you?
First show, January 2023. I think it was January something, 2023. Our very first show, I wore a hat, and this last time I ever wore a hat, and now you got a hat on. That's
Yeah,
cool,
that's
man.
good.
That's cool. Look good in a hat, man.
Yeah.
You're a race car driver.
Yeah, something.
Yeah.
Old son of a
But
bitch.
that's our last week. If you want to see episode 84, Stop Soldier Suicide.
Man, that was a show.
We're supposed to arm wrestle over that. You mentioned it.
I mean, we will. We'll have to find a sturdier table than this one.
Yeah, this
This is
this thing ain't working. But anyway, Galen Gilbert, what's going on in Patrick County, man? We got all kind of events coming up. We got things we want to look at, things we want to go to. You would think it would slow down.
No,
But
this
it don't. This is the prime season.
Yeah,
this is peak season. Peak
Yeah.
season. We got the just put that on Patrick County News a couple days ago. Was the parade's coming up, but that's kind of jumping ahead a little bit. First weekend of December, the parade's coming up December 7th, I think. Something
Yes,
6th,
7th.
7th at 2 p.m.
And we also have another parade coming up a lot sooner. We have the Veterans Day
Veterans
parade.
Day. Now that's
And
something I
that's
don't
gonna
want to
be
forget.
November the 9th. if I'm
November
not
the
mis-
9th.
And the
Is that a Saturday? I don't know what November
yes,
9th
they're
is.
doing it on the Saturday before the 11th.
Okay, cool.
And that way they can get more support from the community. Because
Right.
a lot of people who work
You've
and
been
they're in
kind of
school.
slacking on the Veterans Day parade.
Man, I'd like to support that parade more than I would the Christmas
Right.
parade.
Yeah.
Me
to be
too.
honest with you.
Well,
Me too.
last year they didn't even have one. So
Oh, that's what I was thinking, man. They
And,
just didn't even have one.
the not the Ruleton, but Rotary clubs have come together and are going to be putting the parade on.
Awesome. Did they
So-
get together with the VFWs, I
They're
guess?
all the organizations in the whole county has come together. to do this.
Nice. Praise God
That way
for
it gives them the numbers and stuff, what they
Right.
need and everything.
Right.
And I'm not exactly sure how the registration is going, but they have a form out, I think. I think they might be sending one to the fire department and rescue squads, and if I can get a hold of one of them, I'll send you a copy.
Awesome, yeah. Definitely
way.
want to advertise that.
But it will, I think.
Are they putting it in the Enterprise or anything? Or I haven't seen anything about
I'm
it.
not sure.
We'll have to check it out, man.
Yeah.
Because that's something, we are diehard patriots in Patrick County. That's something that's weird just from my perspective that's changed over the last several years, that you say if you're a patriot and you respect your veterans, all of a sudden you're a right-wing crazy person or something. And I don't understand that. For my whole life, I've been here 46 years. You've been here a lot longer than that. I never thought of the American flag or supporting our veterans as right-wing. I mean, why wouldn't you support our veterans?
Well, it's the veterans and it's supporting your country.
Right.
You know, somewhere along the line,
USA.
they have lost some of their pride.
Yeah.
And
I don't really blame them.
you know, it's I don't know what's going on right now.
I don't either. It's crazy, ain't it?
But it is
Right.
It makes you sit there and just you almost feel like you dog or something.
I
There, you're
know.
like, oh,
Well, I put a post on it. It popped into my mind, and I put a post on Facebook probably about 3 months ago, and I said I distrust the government, but I love my country, and that there shouldn't be two in between. To me, our government should represent our country, but for some reason, when I think about the government, I totally despise our government, but I love my country. For what my kinfolk and other people has put into it, and we're talking about veterans, they saw a vision of their family and their friends living a life of freedom, so they gave their life to it. And when I see the things that are going on with the government supposedly representing that, that just pisses me off to the extreme. I mean, it really pisses me off the way it's our money. And I don't want to get into all that junk. We try not to make this political.
Nice catch, Phil.
Yeah, thank you. What's going on in Patrick County? That's what we need to
of
focus
course,
on.
This weekend's Apple Dumpling Festival.
If you get a little bit closer to that
Apple
mic,
Dumpling Fest.
Yes.
this weekend,
This
They got-
weekend.
they
The
got a little
19th.
marathon
Downtown
that
Stuart.
they run during then, don't they?
Saturday
I
the
think they do.
19th.
Yeah. So there'll be a pretty good crowd there in downtown Stuart, and
Nothing uptown. Just all
not that I know
just
of.
down.
Everything's downtown.
Right. It's
All
where
the-
we usually
That's
do.
where all the vendors sit. The Strawberry Festival is usually uptown,
Yeah.
so they get that one, and the other ones get the downtown.
Downtown.
Yeah. That way they sort of share the.
Right. Like
Okay.
you said when we were here, Stewart's on a hill.
Yeah. Well, back
Everything
in the day,
kinda floats
that's-
downstream.
That's the way they used to do it. It was to protect themselves.
Mm.
You know, when you want to be on top of a hill, being surrounded by everything below you, or be something down up
Right.
on top that could like get you from the top side.
Right. The
Yeah.
parade takes all of it.
Yeah.
But we got the Apple Dumpling Festival coming up this Saturday,
Yes.
which is 2 days from now, if you're talking about Thursday. And
I think it goes from 10 to 4.
10 to 4.
10 to 4.
And there's always music, horse
There's
rides.
music.
and-
Usually they're making homemade ice cream with a tractor down
Right.
there.
Right.
And just
Junior
all
used to run
kinds,
that.
all
But I guess,
kinds of different vendors selling who knows what to who knows where. And
yeah.
there's some new businesses in downtown.
It is.
That might be something you can check out while you're there.
Now, when you were here last time, you opened my eyes to that because we were talking about, was it Blue Ridge? Something had left the downtown area. It was
Oh, Patrick Building Supply.
no,
Used to
no.
be downtown.
Well, that's been a while back, but it was right there on the
Walgreens is gone.
Walgreens is gone, but it was kind of up the straightaway there. It was Blue Ridge. Where did the Blue Ridge? They got like a brewery or something that's going on now. Is that uptown Stuart or downtown Stuart? What is it? Blue Ridge.
There's
Dang, I can't remember the name of
thing
it.
that's coming uptown is the Tap House.
Oh, Tap House. That's uptown. That's
Yeah.
not downtown.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
They're still looking at some things close by the Star Theater. I'm not sure what's going into them works yet, but
But I know the last time you talked about it, somebody took over Tony's Pizza,
yeah, they're open.
and so they got
they're
a
opening
new
that.
thing now.
Yeah, and there's a karate class just up the hill where Beasley's used to be.
That's the grappling place.
Yeah,
Me and Chad talked about
Oh,
it.
Habel's son there, yeah.
Yeah, Habel's
Yeah.
son.
yeah.
Okay. I can't remember the name of that place either. Sue, I'm just losing all this stuff in my head.
Getting old.
I know. It's grayish.
Nah.
But anyway, what you want to talk about, brother?
Well, besides the apple dumpling, I mean, yeah. They've got music October 26th over at the Patrick County High School. And I'm thinking they said this was a free event, and it will
The Hutchins?
featuring the Hutchins.
Really?
Yes.
So that's October 26th.
So they got one October, then they have another one on November 9th, which is the day of the parade.
Better appreciation.
And they have one on the 14th.
And this is all at the high school.
All of them are at the high school, and it's being carried on by y'all's TV.
Who's carrying on that? I mean, who's doing that? I mean, is it just a Town of Stuart thing or One Family Productions?
No, this is a. Now you would ask me.
I know. I'm going to put you to the test, man.
Patrick County Music Association.
Okay, Patrick County Music Association.
Denny Alley and his bunch.
Right. So for what they normally do is once a month at Rotary Field, which is where they have the parade every year. But now they're doing it at the high school.
Yeah,
kind of a more
for the
comfortable.
Next 3 months, it's more conducive for the
Climate
older
controlled.
population, and it's climate controlled, and they have heat, and it's a whole lot probably easier to heat.
Dang
there
right, you can
than
sit in
other.
there and listen in an auditorium.
But I'll leave that with y'all. So
Nice. Thank you, brother. Yeah. Now, where'd you get this at? This is at the.
I got that from
He
Denny
stole
today.
You
No,
stole
I didn't stole it. I got it from,
didn't
I got it
steal
from
it.
Denny.
Oh, you got it.
Daniel and I were at the high school this past weekend. He had a grandson playing some football, and I had a son playing some football. And we heard the marching band practicing on the field behind the school.
Yeah, the practice. I
The
think it's a
practice field. It's a
yeah.
practice field that they have back there. But the music was playing, and it just brought a great feeling to hear the band practicing while we're watching football. Live
Right.
music, it just makes you feel something.
Oh yeah.
You know, so I could really appreciate these events that are going to happen and try to bring the kids out to them and support that. There's nothing like live music.
Right. And definitely shout out to Denny Alley. That's something I want to say. He's been, of course, he's the owner operator of the Coffee Break right there on Main Street in Stuart, uptown Stuart. But thank you, Denny Alley, for all these years. I mean, I remember back when I was on the radio, go up there and Denny Alley, you know, best hot dogs in Patrick County at the time. And just talk to him. But, I mean, he's been putting on this Patrick County. I mean, it's not just him. It's a group of people that are part of the Patrick County Music Association that always have gotten together and done this at the Rotary Field. And now I see that they're trying to make it, more accommodating to people by having it at the high school for these last 3 performances.
Yeah, I think we talked about this the last time.
We did.
My mother was down from Connecticut, and we were driving past Rotary Field, and she heard the banjo and the fiddles and everything playing.
Right.
And we're driving past, and she just made a U-turn. She's like, "Nope, we're going back. We're going back." And we did. We sat there and listened to some great people playing. And what she really enjoyed, and what I enjoyed too, was they have the stage in the front there, or in the building, and each performer gets a chance to get up on stage. But what we enjoyed, what I was talking about, was behind the stage, you just got a couple people picking, and then a couple more join in. So they were having this free-for-all out there out front, and that's where the real magic was.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, the stage presence, one thing, but when you got a group of people that know how to play and know how to play together, that
That's what I was
just
going to
makes
say.
a big
Know
difference.
how to play.
Right.
Know what they're doing.
She just loves that.
Yeah, when you get those folks together, it don't make a difference. They all sort of just blend right in.
That's right.
And they
that's
have
what's
for
beautiful.
years.
Yeah.
For years, I remember, like I said, working up there at WEO, they'd come up there and just, you had this band or you had this band, but then it'd be just us and friends.
Right.
And when the friends got together, it was a jam.
That's where
I mean,
some
you
real
could keep
jam
going
and
on.
magic goes on.
Right, because they'd all
Absolutely.
been playing all these instruments for years. We have an amazing local artist compilation of people in Patrick County it's unbelievable.
Different
it's all I
genres, different music styles. And
different music styles, different genres. I mean, they just, absolutely, I did not know as a younger person until I got to work at WEO how much local art, how much the artists and Patrick County are just amazing. I mean, they're absolutely amazing. We got, everybody talks about Sammy Sheedler from up there on top of the mountain. He's great, whatever. It's good. He's been on Johnny Carson or he's been on Jay Leno or whatever. But, I mean, we got these other guys that has been playing in these churches for years that are just, they're amazing folks. And I'm so grateful that they give their talents to us we enjoy the music that they're giving. And they give their talents that they've had for all these years to us when they're performing. And it's something they like to do. I love it. So I've been greatly appreciative of that. What else you got, Galen? What else we talking about? We're going to wait till the second half for all the juicy stuff?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
We got Pancake Days coming up.
Oh, yeah.
Mezzadine. I think that's the 20th and the 27th.
Somewhere around in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's always a big hit.
That'll be this Sunday.
Now, the Pancake Days, are we
27th, that's a couple weeks.
No, the 20th and the 27th.
Oh, 20th and 27th. That is Sunday. This Sunday's the 20th.
And they go from 7 to 7 up there.
Right.
And now...
So thankful the Blue Ridge Parkway is back open in Virginia.
They've done 0 to 198, and they said probably within the next week or two they'll get another section open on down in the Carolina, and then that's probably as far as it
That'll
goes.
help out a whole lot.
Well, there's sections of road down there are gone.
Oh, yeah.
It's not the road.
The parkway is gone.
Well, I'm telling you what. Go ahead, brother.
No, I was just going to say, it's just not the road. When you say the road, you're thinking of the blacktop. This is all the land underneath the blacktop.
Right.
This is mountain sides that are gone.
Yeah.
Gone.
Sides of mountains that are just,
It's going to be like what
there's
they
no
had
rebuilding.
up here at Roanoke.
Right.
It took him several years to put the road back together up there when it slid off.
Right.
So, needless to say, it's going to be a while for me.
It's going to be a while.
But, that's
crazy.
nothing compared to the poor folks in western North Carolina.
Oh, I know. Yeah. Well, I went to the Autumn Leaves Festival down there in Mount Airy last Friday, part of my job, and I noticed a slight, major difference in the people that were attending, and I think a lot of them come from the, Asheville and all the way up area. I mean, it was just not the same. Last year, when I worked the Autumn Leaves Festival, I mean, it was slam-packed. People were coming down the sidewalk. People were going down the middle, down the Main Street. And then this year, it was just very light. And I was like, what's going on? I mean, I understand the economy because Biden is still in office and the administration.
Is he? I haven't seen him.
Well,
I seen him the other day, but he stuck his foot in his mouth. So.
Yeah, well, that's normal.
he's been missing for a while, but
these people are
still in
dealing
charge
with real life things in that whole area.
Right,
and that
right,
whole area,
right.
They are trying to still try to get to loved ones, still trying to dig out loved ones.
Yeah. So you got North Wilkesboro, you got Mount Jefferson, all those people. I mean, they're really dealing with a lot of stuff. They don't have time to go to a festival in Mount Airy.
And you have communities that are relying on other communities, surrounding communities, to help them because the federal government's not there to help them. No. $750
if you can get it.
If you could get it, if you qualify, not per person, but per household. What does that do?
It's bullshit.
That doesn't get you an apartment building for a month. That doesn't get you a hotel room for a month.
Right.
So when your house is washed down river, 5 miles down the river, what's that $750 do?
Right.
And in the same week that we send $64 million to
Ukraine or
Israel or anywhere, it just I don't know. So they're relying on us citizens to help.
I saw a great meme. We got to end this. We got the second half coming up here. Yeah, we got the got the 1 minute there, and I'm going to go ahead and end it on this one here. But just kind of what you're saying, if we could just rename North Carolina to Ukraine, I think we could get the billions of dollars.
I've seen it on Facebook.
Get the billions of dollars.
I did agree with that.
That they need.
I hate that we have to look at it as a meme.
I do.
And get reality from it.
do.
But that's
It
reality.
pisses me off, man.
So we'll be right back in a little bit.
We'll be right back.
More with Galen.
Thank you.
If you get a chance, hit that subscribe button. We appreciate it.
And we're back. Thank you for joining us here on Be Real, the podcast. Be Real.
Yeah.
Period.
Do it.
The podcast. Yes. Thank you for joining us. You just heard, subscribe. If you would, hit that little subscribe button. We got a show every Thursday.
Like, share.
Every Thursday at 8 o'clock. Right here. Yeah, right here in Martinsville, Virginia. A couple of Patch County boys coming out here and doing the thing. We're not national. We're not international. We're not regional. Well, a little bit of regional.
I'm out of here then.
Well, I'm going to. F it.
Welcome to the new show.
Welcome to the new show. This is show 85. We're extremely proud of the show. We hope y'all are too. And we just want to get more information out more about people that in our area.
Because we love them.
We love them.
Yeah.
Trying to be supportive. Bands, oh, God, we still got a great lineup coming up. We're going to take us a break in December like we always do, but we got a lineup for y'all. And just trying to get what people are interested in out there in the public.
We got a concert coming up this Saturday.
Got a concert
We're
coming
gonna
up
video
Saturday.
that a little bit.
Yeah, we'll
bring it back. That'll be
Next
great.
Tuesday. Yeah, we got a surprise guest next Tuesday, Chad.
Do we?
Surprise.
Okay. To me?
Surprise. No, we both know who it is.
Oh, we both know?
Yeah, surprise.
I'm going to act like I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You do. We do have a surprise guest coming up next Tuesday. It's going to be a surprise to a lot of folks. They're trying to do great things
Me
in our
included.
area. Yeah, they're trying to do great things in our area. We do have a Halloween party coming up, a Halloween thing, first event. That's coming up in Patch County, and they're going to try to make a thing out of it, and looking forward to that.
I want to support them so bad.
Very much so.
I want to bring it. Yeah.
Very much so. And so thankful for them to reaching out. And we also have, a lot of friends that are the bands that are going to be out
talking about, we were talking about Danny Alley and Patch County Music Association, and they do some great picking and a grinning.
Yes.
But there's other talent in Patch County.
There's
a younger crowd. If we're younger, we're
picking and
younger.
grinning.
But they're doing picking and grinning, just in a different style.
Right.
And I like to promote them as much as the bluegrass is getting promoted.
Because it's not all bluegrass and banjos, even though they do inspire the banjos. But we got, like you said, we got like people coming up that are younger that have seen their parents doing this.
They play just as good.
Oh,
it's just a different style of music.
Different style of music. We've had various groups here on Be Real Podcast. If you want to look back at some of our other shows, it takes a little to getting used to.
Yeah,
It's
my
not
mom
something-
was like, "What the hell is that?" That's some good stuff, Mama.
That's some good stuff. It takes some getting used to. But yeah, we got a lot of great, innovative, and outside of the box people that are coming out and just want to support them. So shout out to DJ Watts, also right out here in Collinsville, Martinsville area, that is supporting local bands. When I was younger, I always wanted to be a part of the band, man. I can play little guitar. I played little drums, little, very small, little. But if somebody had the support that they have, we got to support them. That's something they love to do. Not everybody's wanting to go work at Walmart or Dollar General, and even if they do, maybe they got something on the side that they're talented to do.
Well, I think they do.
I think they do.
The guests that we've had, they've had full-time jobs.
Yeah,
and
for a long time.
on their spare time, they get together and
they do
put
what they
out
love
some music.
to do.
I'll tell a real quick story about while we were on break, you were whistling some Guns N' Roses while you were headed to the restroom.
Love the echo.
And Galen's like, "What does he thinks he's, Guns N' Roses?" Yeah. But my mother, while I was growing up, I had my bedroom here, and my mother had a sewing room next door to my bedroom, and she sewed for local dance classes and cabarets and stuff. She makes costumes. Sherry. So at night, I would hear this sewing machine, and she would just be working at these costumes. And
Full support.
Right. And it was about like 87, maybe 86, 87.
Wow.
And I was listening to Guns N' Roses in my bedroom. And it was that I used to love her, but I had to kill her. And, and I guess I was listening to
Cover
it.
your ears, Piggerhead.
Right. I was listening to it a little loud. And, and I'm jamming out in my room, and I look up at my doorway, and my mom's standing there going, "What is he saying?"
Yeah.
So it was just
I used to love her,
it was just a
but
little
I had to kill her.
memory down memory lane there. I
Right.
love my mother, and she had to put up with my
What every generation.
shenanigans. No,
Right.
I brought more.
You brought it.
Yeah.
You brought it.
I brought
You
it.
brought it.
And she lived through it, and I could only
great,
love her more for it. But yeah, that was just
I've
a good.
never met her, and I love her.
That was just a good little story there. But
It
anyways,
is. I love it.
what else is going on in Patrick County, Galen?
All right, Galen,
Tell us
Well,
about it.
break it out.
Since it's that time of year that Daniel don't feel out of place by wearing his mask, they have the Spooktacular
Yeah.
the 31st on Uptown Main Street.
And the 31st is on a Thursday, I believe. Ain't the Halloween on a Thursday this year? Something
That's
like
why
that.
they're doing the Spooktacular
Crazy, but I'll tell you what,
on Halloween.
when
I
Spooktacular
believe it is a Thursday.
Yeah.
when it first
Uptown Stuart.
Yeah.
first come out, I was kind of like, ew, I don't want to. I liked old school. You get dressed up, you go trick or treating, knocking on people's door, you can get candy.
No, that's gone away.
That's gone away, and maybe for a good thing. Maybe you shouldn't be knocking on anybody's door.
Not with some of these perverts out here nowadays.
But my children and I have gone up to that Spooktacular. Exactly.
You got Daniel's
You
house.
got
Look at
Daniel
that
running around
Damn.
there.
Damn.
You feel them wheels there? Went right over you.
Only problem I had, my dad told me back in the 60s when they used to do this. He was a young guy.
What does he do? Push
Just
your
really
bag
quick.
back over your head after Halloween?
No, he was out there in Bassett, and he would they'd go and do the trick or treating thing, and then they'd change masks and then go back and
Go
get some
do it
more
again.
candy, do it again.
Yeah.
Run through the whole neighborhood.
We always went to the rich
Don't be a
neighborhoods. My mother and
Mulberry.
my mother and my stepfather, but father, they'd always take us to the rich neighborhoods, and
Right. That's
he'd
when
give
you
out
get the
them
good
big old
candy.
candy
Yeah.
bars.
They
you
give
know about
full,
that, but
full size
full
candy
size
bars.
candy
Snicker.
bars, and my brother and I, we put some effort. We put some effort into collecting
Right.
candy.
You could eat.
Because we were allowed like one piece of candy after dinner every night.
shoot.
So, I mean, you had candy all the way up to Christmas, and then
Right.
you got Christmas candy, and then you
Yeah.
got, Valentine candy, and then you got Easter candy, and then you get to just
eating
candy,
Halloween
and
candy.
eating Halloween candy.
We know
How old's this
his
Reese's
woman
cup?
keeps him happy. Just throw candy to him.
That's right.
Throw candy
That's
to
right.
'em. I love it. Even in our Christmas parade, they still do throw candy.
That was
Yeah.
I
good.
love it.
That was a
Yeah.
good time.
I'm glad they hadn't
That's-
changed that.
that's one of the
Spooktacular
last-
is on Halloween this
It's-
year.
It is.
Spooktacular.
Yeah, it's been on Halloween the last several
It's
years.
on
Yep.
Halloween,
Yeah,
regardless.
it's on
That's
Halloween.
how it should be
Don't
done.
Make
Yep.
a difference what day of the week it is.
And shout out to Abide and Grace Pentecostal Holiness Church at the time. They the ones that really got that started. It was a Light the Night. And they started doing that in the shopping, the parking lot of Farmers Foods. What was Farmers Foods, and now it's the school board office. But they really got that going. I was thankful part of that, and got to do little games and trying to get Light the Night for Jesus Christ, and I thoroughly enjoyed that. And then the town started taking it over. It was the wasn't really the town. It was Patch County young professionals that really got that going. And they always promoted that the church got that started, and then after the years started going, it kind of the church fell away out of it. But they it's really a big thing now. They hire performers to come up there on stilts.
They usually have them, and they have the fire dancers.
The people up on the stilts that are 15 foot tall, and they got that
they're not quite that, but
mirror person.
The mirror person.
Come on,
the mirror person.
It's
the
TV.
mirror person.
It's TV, Galen. You got to give it a little excitement.
the mirror people was crazy.
The mirror people.
Somebody come by with a chainsaw and cut their leg out. Timber.
Right, it don't get no drastic than that, but that is
the
a
mirror
safe.
guy's a pretty cool guy.
That is a safe
walking
place.
around.
That is a very safe place.
And they
to
have
go.
food vendors. That way, if you don't get a chance to go eat before you come do the thing.
And a lot of the businesses go there and give away candy, and
business
so
and
grateful.
a lot of people.
The fire department's there. The police forces is there. It's community
rescue squad's there.
Everybody's
there.
dressed up. Come out dressed up. You don't have to dress up, but I mean, I enjoy all the costumes, even the little kids. I mean,
I love it.
I got several pictures of him and his daughters. I mean, they're dressed to the T.
And there's more this year. They just keep on multiplying.
Right.
Well, the more the better. if they have to work their way over to the next street.
Wait, I'm talking about my household.
Yeah, how's that happen, Chad? Explain how the multiplying goes.
It happens.
He thinks 2 plus
aliens
2
in the
is
middle.
6.
Aliens in the middle of the night.
Aliens in the middle of the night.
I want
If all else fails.
aliens. I want DNA tests on all of them. And them aliens come in the middle of the night.
Back in the day, it used to be the milkman. They don't have milk delivered.
They don't have milk.
Solo,
Now just aliens.
Yeah.
Green little mark. Yeah. But this year.
Little Chad aliens.
Yeah.
Little Chad aliens.
I tell you. 8 of them, Galen. 8 of them.
8.
He's
adding to the population.
I got 6 in the
Patch
household, but two have moved out. They're grown ass men and have families of their own. But
Granddad.
Yeah.
Grandpappy.
Soon to be great
Yeah.
grandpa.
Oh, okay. We're fighting now. This is going into a wrestling match.
I will come off the ropes and
It
splatter
happens.
you.
It happens real. It happens real quick. But
it happens real fast.
hey,
Well, it
great
don't take
business.
long, but it lasts us a long time.
Yeah.
All
You
right.
pay for it for a long time.
All right, spooktacular. What else, brother?
Because that's October. That's the end of October.
Yes,
So
in
what we got
October,
coming up
last
November?
day.
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
I love Thanksgiving.
Can't forget about
Sitting around
Thanksgiving. That's my
watching
favorite
football
holiday.
and all that. Oh, yeah, so you can feed your face more.
It is. Yeah, it's been my favorite holiday since I was probably 15. I think I started realizing that I get a lot
I
more
like
food.
just the name.
Food.
Oh, I eat that amount of food every day anyway. So
Well,
you can tell
we used
that.
to go up to my uncle in
But-
Roanoke, and my uncle from Maryland would come down, and he'd always bring a bushel of fresh oysters.
Wow.
See, that's what I
Really?
like. That's what I
Really?
like. I like the
And
traditional.
while the women were doing the food, they're out there shucking oysters and eating them raw. And
Really?
we would bring them in and fry some and make fried oyster sandwiches out of it.
Really?
So that, and then we had the turkey. After these were just the sort of appetizers before we got to the regular meal.
Right.
And
The men.
they sit out there and tell stories. The women was out there shucking them too, or they'd get them to shuck the men to shuck them for them. I mean, they would, But they it was some good times
love
back in the day. Bringing,
that's-
fresh oysters right out of
do
the bay
miss-
up there, back when they were
Yeah.
good.
Right. That's something I miss. I'm sure there's probably a lot of them that do get together, but that's something in my family that's been lost probably about 10 years now. That's where all of us could get together and actually do things. A lot of things come in the way, but when my grandma and my grandpa was alive, I mean, it was amazing. You don't realize it when you're little, and then when you start getting older, you're like, man, where did those days go?
Well, it don't happen no more. Back when we were growing up,
Very rarely does it happen.
We would go to the mountain to my granny and grandpa's, and all of them come in there, and they would all fix food and stuff while we would be sitting there in the front room playing knock rummy with grandpa.
Yeah.
And that was enjoyment
thing.
for the week because
Right.
where he wasn't getting out of the house as much,
Right.
and whether he won or lost, he enjoyed playing.
Amen.
And
Just everybody together and doing the same.
it was
doing the
me and
same
my
thing.
uncles and my daddy and
And
all
you got
of us,
those
and,
memories from that.
I
love
now
it.
all of those are gone.
Yeah. The
It's
same
just-
with my
it's just-
family, man. It's just
Well, we got to the point now. It's besides Mama's 3 sisters that are still alive, it's us.
yeah.
Technically.
Then we
And
got,
you got some other stuff. What's
yeah,
this-
we're going
what's
to
this
run
right
out of
here?
time. What else
I know.
you got?
Fire and Rescue. You are the president of the Fire and Rescue Association, right?
Yes.
Okay. Tell us, brother. Patch
Well,
County.
I'm just doing this as me.
I know.
and
You're
not
doing it
that-
as you. You're not
yeah.
representing.
But I noticed that they had a job up on the,
There's a job
and they're calling to see.
available. Job
I think
opportunity.
it's been filled.
Has it been filled?
I think so.
So what is that job?
It's the position of a chief of fire and EMS.
Now, okay, each department, especially in the fire department, they have their own chief.
Yeah.
So they're trying to make a chief.
Chief over,
Patrick County chief
over all of them.
over all of
I
them.
don't know what they're thinking right this minute.
Okay.
It's,
So is this a family member that just needed a job, so we created a position?
Well-
What are you telling me here?
your guess is as good as mine.
Well, I don't know.
because
You said you had there's a
they-
job opening, but it's already been filled. I haven't
Yeah,
seen the.
this
Can
was-
I apply for this, John?
No, you got to be.
He says
you
no,
gotta- you
no,
gotta-
no.
You got to be fire. I'm
Gotta be
thinking-
in the
Just
loop.
picking. I'm
It
just.
didn't really get descriptive on what all your requirements were for the job, but
Yeah.
it tells you this it's going to have benefits of $38,000
Wow.
with a salary of, I guess, including the benefits of anywhere from $72,000 to $76,000.
So you're not right now. You're talking as Galen Gilbert. You're not in the role of president of the Patch County Fire and EMS Association, but you have been around. You're talking to other volunteer members in different companies, and so they're seeing this.
On
And
that
they're concerned.
Patch County website.
Patch County
They
website.
list all the jobs that they are doing. And
So
stuff.
they're hiring a chief of EMS and fire,
Yes,
and the fire departments already have chiefs.
every one of them's got their own chief, assistant
7 of them, I
chief.
think. Is
No,
it
it's
7?
9.
9 departments.
Yeah,
And so you thinking this is probably already filled.
from what I've gathered,
Don't we have
today-
we have an emergency management coordinator, right? Sammy,
No, it's
Scotty,
Yeah.
Scotty Sale
Castle.
Sorry, okay. And I remember when Steve Allen he was probably the first one of the first ones, right?
No,
Oh no, it goes on back.
There was
Wait,
a Hudson. There was
you
a
gotta
Hudson.
remember- you
There was
gotta
a
remember-
Hudson involved
you gotta
there.
remember I've
There
been
was
there
a.
over 47 years.
Yeah, so that's why I'm
Our
asking
first
you, man.
one
I'm lost.
first one I remember was he used to be the county administrator way back in the
Early
late
90s?
late 60s.
Oh, late 60s. Oh,
early
crap.
70s, and
Right.
then Carl Hill got the position, and then we've had a
So Scotty's the one's over now.
but we've
Patch
had
County Emergency
Floyd
Management.
Nunn was over that one time,
Yeah,
and,
Floyd.
and he died
Yeah,
trying to save a kid
saves a
at
man
the
Myrtle
coast,
Beach. Yeah, the coast.
and got caught in a riptide, and
Right.
they saved the kid, but
Lost
he
him.
wasn't able to get out.
Right.
And then,
Well,
of
that's what
course,
he-
we had
he was born to do
Mike
that.
Hudson, and then we've had Steve Allen, and then
Yeah.
there was a Cooper fellow that was sort of about like what this job was
But
saying.
we're not talking about Patch County Emergency Management now. We're talking about a whole different. What they're hiring for is a chief of fire and EMS.
That's what it looks like to me. I've not quite figured this one out yet. But
So
it-
is this
it was
going to
on the-
going to overtake the emergency management coordinator, or is this?
That's a good question. We don't know.
So nothing has been directed
Not
toward.
very much information is coming out of.
So nothing has been
the
directed.
channels it's
Nothing
supposed to
has
come
been
out of.
directed toward, or no communication has been given to the rescue squads or fire departments.
No, we just knew this was on the job list, and we were all sort of like looking at each other like, what?
So everybody's like, what? What's
Yeah.
going on?
Well,
Because
someone
we
had to
even
vote
discussed-
that in. Someone had to. Was it the board of
Well,
supervisors
no,
or what? Who?
She does whatever she needs to do. They
Well,
have
who's
no.
she?
They have no say in.
Who's she? County administrator. Beth Sims.
Yeah. Yep.
Is that who she is?
Yeah.
Okay. I said it. I'm Daniel Lewis Questenberry. So
Well, we're just asking questions. We're
Right.
trying to learn something.
Yeah.
It's a lot of questions, and of course, right now she's out on maternity leave. She had her.
Oh, she's having a
she had-
baby?
She had twins,
Oh, well, congratulations to that.
and
Yeah.
so
That's awesome.
she right now.
She's from Rocky Mount.
Yes.
And she was put in last year after some debacle.
I haven't had twins. I have 2 sets of Irish twins, but I
That's-
haven't had twins.
There was some wild shit back in May that happened with, we had a previous county administrator that was, I found out that she was leaving on a Wednesday, and then the board of supervisors didn't know until resignation on Monday. Thought that was kind of odd that somebody had to randomly, not that I'm special and I'm not, nowhere near knowing any kind of news or anything, but found out she was leaving on a Wednesday, and then the board of supervisors, including Clayton Kendrick, didn't know she was leaving till Monday when they got a resignation
Gee.
over I think it was some kind of solar panel issue, or
Yeah,
she
some-
approved something that the board didn't approve.
Something like that. I'm not exactly sure.
I'm not exactly sure either. I'm
but-
just a concerned citizen.
And the bad thing about it is the solar panels went away.
Yeah, that went away really quick.
So
Yeah, that happens
after they
sometimes.
found out it was going to be more to it when they was looking at the site over next to Buffalo, and the people over there didn't like it.
Right.
But
But all of a sudden they kind of get rid of her on a Well, they almost get rid of her on a Wednesday. They find out she resonates on a resignation was given to the board of supervisors on a Monday, May 10th, I do believe. And then all of a sudden we got this. We're hiring for a new county administrator, and Beth Sims comes in, who's from Rocky Mount, Virginia. Yep. And now she's got tried to contact her a couple times. I wanted her to be on the show, man. I wanted her to be on the show, but she.
So
was
this
not.
job that's been created, that's taxpayer money, I'd guess,
Yeah.
right?
yeah,
So someone had to vote and approve of it, wouldn't you think?
well, I don't know because I think the supervisors don't have no say in this.
Really? How's that happen?
Well, it's.
I mean, in
she-
your opinion, how's that happen?
Well, office is their office, and that's what
Right.
they've hired her to do is to administrate.
They
so-
hired her. They pay her. We pay her with our tax money,
Yes.
and then so she and her administration has put out this fire and rescue chief of fire and rescue, and we still have. So not putting anything against
So we
Sammy.
still have chiefs in every department. We still have the
emergency management
coordinator.
We still got him,
Yeah. Right now we still do.
and they got another position out, basically the same thing.
Well, my understanding, they're revamping all of Station 8.
And Station 8, for people that don't know, is Patch County's.
Yeah.
The
EMS
one we tax
agency.
we tax pay that right there. They come out of the old Moody Funeral Home right down below the
Laundromat.
Main Street.
Yeah.
Yeah, right there on the right. So yeah, it's kind of odd, man.
Well, it's my biggest question is what is their job description, and second of all, where's this money coming from?
Yeah.
Well, that is good questions, and
Very.
but my question is how are we learning about a position that's already filled?
Well, it's been on there for a little while. I just pulled it
Where
up.
on the Patch County site?
Yeah,
Okay.
because they've advertised probably 10 or 12 jobs on there.
Really?
That's open. And
But
stuff.
this is the main job. That's,
Well, this is one that I got alerted to. So
Can you read that? I mean, can you read? Is it over all the departments, or how does that
well,
work?
it's not very descriptive.
Oh, it's not descriptive.
Yeah.
It's just what it says is chief of fire and EMS,
Yeah.
but you already have chiefs in charge of the fire departments.
Yes.
They're going to have to answer to him.
Yeah, that's kind of odd, man.
Well, you
Or
know,
her.
We've run out of time talking
Or
about
her.
all kinds of
I
stuff.
said him
but-
or her. I think it could be
but
her.
you know, it's each one of our fire departments are pretty much incorporated businesses, and
Right.
I don't know where they can.
Who's the chief of Patrick Springs Volunteer Fire Department?
Geriatric.
Who's the chief of Stuart Volunteer Fire Department?
Buddy Dollarhite?
Who's the chief of Mezzadine?
I think
Remember?
Carlton Large
So we got chiefs,
and Joe.
but they're hiring a chief, taxpayer chief,
Yeah,
apparently.
Very
Interesting.
I don't know how much longer this will be up on the website, but you know, there's
Probably not much longer after this.
well, probably not. But I might have my fat in the
Something.
frying pan too, but I don't know how to take.
Hey,
heat.
please. I mean, it's a question that needs to be answered.
As a,
That's
tax, as
one
a
thing I do
taxpayer
not
of
like.
Patrick County,
Right.
I would like to know.
Me too, brother.
That's one thing we used to get with Locke.
Yes. That's exactly what I
He
was going to
kept
say.
us informed where
What the hell is going on?
others would try to hide. And you know,
Is it
If-
really hiding or is it just non-communication? I mean,
Yeah.
it seems like hiding if you're not communicating. So why not communicate to where it doesn't seem like it's hiding?
well, let's be the main thing. Let's be transparent.
Right, exactly.
Let's see everything and inform us. That way, we can be informed and have
Stop the
knowledge.
rumors at the damn get-go.
Yeah,
We wouldn't have rumors if it was more open.
Well, that's what we started the show with. You know.
Yeah.
You know, we don't plan anything. This is be real. We don't discuss what we're going to talk about.
No.
We just get out here and talk. And the beginning of the show, we ended up talking about Locke Boyce and how it didn't matter if you were a Republican or a Democrat. You were learning what they're talking about and what they're saying. And I think it's time that we need some more people up there that are going to do the same thing.
yeah.
And why
let
not
us
be
know.
transparent? It's everybody's
Right.
money.
Right.
That's what drives me crazy.
Well,
it's our money.
It's
Our money.
Let me put this bug in your ear.
Please.
And they said they had a balanced budget in Patrick County this year. With it being a balanced budget, 8 days into the new budget year, we were in the red. Like Daniel's face right now.
I can't say no. Go ahead. Keep going.
And, you know, we have a contingency fund that we took a pretty big bite in the pants on 11% increase. Then there was another 11% increase the following year. And then the following year after that, I don't know if it was somewhere between 6 and 8% that we had to swallow to build this contingency fund back up.
I know in 2000, I think it was 10 or 11. It was up there pretty.
And
it was up there
I
pretty
just,
good.
I just don't want to see us going back down the same rabbit hole. We just barely have got our heads
And they always
above.
blame the previous. They always blame the previous ones.
But
It's easy to
you
go
know-
ahead and do things you want to do, and then go ahead and blame the previous.
I
thing.
I blame Daniel.
be transparent.
It's blame-
You know, when you're not
Blame
transparent,
Trump. Blame Trump. It's all
you know
Trump's
how it
fault.
gets in Patrick County. If you're not transparent, it gets nasty quick.
Oh yeah,
And you know,
we're a small, tight knit group, man.
I have seen them where they had to have deputies at the board meetings and everything.
Oh yeah, yeah,
And you know, we don't want to go back down that dag blame rabbit hole.
definitely
again.
not.
That's right.
Just be transparent.
And better yet, be a little more secure on our money because
Right.
it's not a printing machine around there.
Especially this day and age.
Yeah.
This administration, as far as we got federal, is killing a lot of people,
You know, if
literally
if-
and figuratively.
if some gets bent out of shape a little bit about it, you know, the way I look at it,
So be it.
you're in public office.
So
Yep.
be it.
Yep.
You know
ran
what
for
you
it.
know what you were getting into when you got into this business,
Yep.
and you're in public office.
That's why what's his name got out of Brandon Simmons got out of it as soon as the heat turned up. Boom, he was out like a fire. He was, But anyway, all right. Need
That's
more
it
people
for
speaking
us.
up. That's it. Be
Galen,
real. Thank you.
you very much for coming back out.
Appreciate you, boss.
Always love having you.
Yeah, I know.
And y'all be real and come on back.
Come on back.
Hey, maybe a part 5.
I hope so. I hope so.